to the other. Pushes up, right?
Yeah.
By pushing down, what am I doing?
Pushing it.
Pressure.
Creating pressure. Very good. Creating pressure. Okay? Same thing if instead of pushing this one down and this one will move up, right? See how it's going up? Okay? But what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull this one up. Okay? I'm going to pull this one up without it coming apart. Okay? Pull this one up. Why is that one going down? How's that one going down?
Second air.
Was that?
Second air.
Suction. I'm creating a low pressure here by pulling this back, so this one's going down. Make sense? I'm pulling this up, I'm creating a low pressure, so this one's going down. We're not putting any pressure on this, okay? There is a pull on this syringe, okay? Watch this again, okay? If I pull this up, this will go down, okay? If I push it down, it'll go up. The reason for that is I'm creating a vacuum on this side, okay? I'm creating a vacuum. How is that related to what we're going to do? Okay, vacuum sucks in the air, okay? Where is the vacuum being created?
Piston chamber.
In the cylinders. Where would you go to check the vacuum? Was that?
To the vacuum.
Okay, it doesn't really matter where you go. The easiest place you can get to the vacuum hose, get to a vacuum hose. To me, the easiest place is, can somebody tell me where?
Brake booster.
Brake booster. Exactly. Brake booster right here, okay? This booster hose comes from the booster, goes all the way to the intake manifold, okay? So basically undo the booster hose and hook up to it.
Plus, it's always a bigger hose too. So
Yeah, it doesn't really matter how big of a hose it is or how small of a hose it is. It's just a matter of, it doesn't really matter.
Easy access.
Easy access, you're right. Okay, so after you take it off, and also to put it back on, put a little small tiny bit of oil on that and slip it right on. Okay, after you take this off, then take the gauge.
When it pumping the brakes, help get the hose off.
Was that?
When it pumping the brakes, help get the hose off.
I don't, probably so, but it's not the vacuum. Vacuum is probably holding a little bit of it, but at the same time, if the hose is not taken off, this car was made in 1998. I don't know if this was ever taken off. If it was, I don't know. But if it wasn't taken off, it's going to be pretty tight. Okay? So basically, stick this in here and let the vacuum gauge do the work. All you do now is start the engine. Okay? Start the engine. Do we have here? Okay, it says about 20. Anything between about, let's say 16, 17 to 22, okay, is good vacuum. Okay, for this gauge, it's easy because it's color coded. Okay, anything in green is good. Anything not in green is not good. Okay, let me snap the throttle. Jeremy, can you snap the throttle over there and see what happens? See how open the throttle up? Okay. Okay, see what happened? Okay. See what happened? The vacuum goes down as you open the throttle. That means what? The vacuum is going down as the air is gushing in, because when you open the throttle, the air is going to start flowing in, right? So we're creating what? Pressure. Okay? So that's why as you open the throttle, the vacuum will drop. Okay? Vacuum will drop and the pressure will go up. This test right here, I say it's like a litmus test. Easiest test, but you can tell if the engine's good or not. Everybody, I think, should have one of these with them, okay? And when you go buy a car, this is the best test to do. This is the best test to do to find out if the engine's good internally or not, okay? If this was low vacuum or, really high vacuum, or fluctuating needle, any one of these scenarios right here, it would tell me that there's something wrong with the engine. Okay? We just did a quick vacuum test to determine if the valves are good, valve springs are good, piston rings are good, okay? And what else? What else can we tell? Okay? Ignition timing, if it's got late timing or advanced timing, okay? All this can be determined just by doing a vacuum test. This is such an easy test, but yet very important test. Okay? You can find out a whole lot of things just by doing this test. Okay? And how much time does it take for you to do it? The hardest thing is just taking
About a minute.
taking the hose off. Okay? Because I was weak too. That's probably why. What was the other reason? Okay? But that is the hardest thing that you need to do is to take the hose off. Okay? Let me show you something real quick. This is what happens if you create a vacuum. See this? See? That's vacuum, right? That's suction right there. That's piston sucking in air. Okay? But we created a vacuum leak here. See? This is unmetered air. Okay? This is the air that computer doesn't know that's going in. Okay? See? Basically, computer killed the engine. Because it saw the air-fuel ratio, it should be 14.7 is to 1. Okay? That means 14.7 parts of air is to 1 part of gasoline. That's a perfect mixture to run any car at this altitude right here. As you go up higher and higher in the altitude, the thinner the air gets, right? Make sense? Okay? If you go in Colorado mountains, the air is kind of thin. Okay? If you go in Louisiana, the air is going to be kind of thick because heavier air.